Greetings, fellow survivors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days. Episode 3, Leaving Behind the Dead Weight. Alright, you're tired. Honestly, Diane's tired too. I could have both of them rest up. And then Joe, you're hungry. And we can send you out. So having moved to Schrader Street, we've got the fire station that we did partial cleared. We got Irving Drive and Walton Taxi. I'm gonna go to the fire station. This is the closest. We'll take the shovel and a hammer and lockpicks and bolt cutters. Barricades are 5, so we should have enough barricades to last us the day. That should not be too much of an issue. So the current priority is look for clues. And yeah, this is a different fire station. You're right about that. All right, the hammer is noisier than the shovel, so I'm going to start with the hammer. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Good. Splat. One thing to note is if the map is like forcing you to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the building, you are, of course, at greater risk. Because if I was to alert zombies where I am now, I would be running through, like, honestly, a considerable swarm to be able to get out. Right? For every background zombie that you don't necessarily aggro, that is a zombie that you'll have to run through upon exit. So, constantly map, like, your escape route, so that in the case that you do end up pissing off something horrible, you know exactly how to run out as quickly as possible. Because, you know, once you have more than 2 or 3 zombies on you, it's like a death horde. It's gonna kill you. Because it's really hard to keep the noise quiet once enough aggro. Actually, you know what? I'll take the beer now. That's barricaded. The scout location was on the roof, to the left. And we found Lester Bar Automotive. Oh boy. So this is one of those situations that's about to get out of hand quickly. So what I can try to do in this case is evade. So that will be my first attempt. Basically, put enough distance between me and them that they don't necessarily know where I am. So as you can see, this zombie isn't certain I'm behind this door. He's kind of pissed, but he's not coming through. So if you put enough distance between you and your pursuing horde, you can ditch them in this way. And I'm just gonna wait until he de-aggros. If he de-aggros. Yeah, he's getting calm. He might not move from this location, though. This might be one of those cases where if I want to get out of this room, I have to kill this one loud. Because he's not moving. And there's no other way out, right? Like, there's no back door. Alright, well, in that case, let's go with the shovel. What's a little weird is if you're crouched on the stairs like I am here, you aren't visible to zombies until you, like, crest the steps. So I can hear one... Ah, they're there. Get out of here. That could have been worse. I took a little bit of damage, but, you know, I'm alive. I do find that the rooftops can be particularly tricky because it's really open and there's often a lot of zombies on the roof. Plus, you're like really far from your escape path. So if you do end up pissing things off on the roof, you've got a long run to escape. Alright, we're down to last weapon, so let's be careful. And this shovel doesn't have a lot of durability left. It's already like 2/3 done. Ooh, I timed that unexpectedly well. So this was the barricaded area that I couldn't open from before. So we are opening up a better exit path. Uh-oh. Maybe he's not going to turn around. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the one standing still will like... Oh, wow. Shovel's already gone. Will turn back around occasionally, but in this case they didn't. Since I am completely out of melee weapons, it's safe to say that I probably ought to leave. I don't really want to be fist fighting the zombies. We've already scouted the next location, and I filled my bag full of loot, so if I don't full clear this fire station, it's not a big deal, because we've already taken most of the valuables out of it. Or some. Enough that I don't have room for anything else. And I'm, of course, sneaking out still, because there's like foreground zombies like that one that could still aggro. But I'm close enough to the exit. I can go loud. Woo! Fire station had suspiciously few axes. Yeah, well, I guess everyone grabbed one, you know? It got picked over. It's a lot of good stuff. Alright, let's see. Diane and Sebastian are hungry. And we're definitely going to need to cook some more food. Nobody at the moment is like, Joe's a little hurt, but I don't necessarily need to heal just what he is missing. So let's see. If I wanted a workbench tier 3, I could build it. That would be really nice. You can also upgrade your barricade level so that you barricade up more durability. I'm going to have you guys decide what to build next. What to build next. So we could do beds, barricades, rest area or the communal area. We could do better cooking area. Medical. It would be our first medical area. We don't even have medical 1. Or workbench 3. Workbench 3 would allow us to build, like, weapon 3, for instance. So choose between those 6 choices. And while you choose that, Joe, I'm going to have you cook. And then Diane. Barricades is... We have enough barricades right now that I could probably get away with not doing barricades again. So, Sebastian, you are going to build medical. And then taking a look, in order, the resources we need most would be metal. But I think we could probably dismantle metal. So he's building the medical station, and then Diane is going to be out scavenging, primarily for metal and whatever else she can find. So we did open up the Lester Bar Automotive, which has base resources, and the Walton Taxicab, and the Irvin Drive. I don't currently have any information about the next shelter. I'm going to go to the Walton Taxicab, because, why not? We're down to 2 weapons, so I'm definitely going to be, ooh, you know what? Hey, Joe, I'm going to cancel your current action. We don't have enough weapons for tomorrow, so I think it's prudent for you to craft some. Let's make the Tomahawk, which takes metal, and the Bat, which does not. Actually, given that the Tomahawk takes metal, let's make 2 bats, because we have a lot more. And we'll also make a broken bottle. A broken bottle is like a single use, but when you have space in your task queue, you might as well make it, because it costs bottles and duct tape, which we have a plentiful amount of. Alright, I think that's wiser, and then we'll go to the Walton Taxicab. Because I just didn't want to be in a situation where we were flat out of weapons, because that makes surviving Ralph. Basically, you have to take an entire phase doing nothing but crafting weapons, or risk going out there with no weapons, which is a really bad idea, because you're not going to get very far without weapons. There's no silent takedown when you're unarmed. There's a zombie walking up. Not all entrances to the new areas are, like, safe. So, in this case, this one was a bit rigged. Where, had I not taken the cautious approach, she would have seen me straight away, and I'm armed with a rake, which is not a particularly good weapon. Breaks real easy. But I do love the swing. Swing for the fences. Over here, we have more strange markings. Symbol marks the concrete near the sewer drain. A broken flashlight lies on the pavement nearby, and jagged pieces of glass crunch underfoot. That is a little bit more information about the network. Woo! Got that closed just in time. Alright, before I go any more forward, let's clear out some that are behind me. But I did loot a whole bunch of metal, which is great. If you're wondering, the loot in this game is somewhat thematic. So, for instance, if you go to a bar, expect to find a lot of beer. If you go to, you know, a hardware store, maybe you'll find hammers. If you go to a sports store, maybe you'll find baseball bats, so on and so forth. Whoop. I hate how they stop there. So sketchy. Get brained! Part of me wants to throw the bottle and alert the zombies in the roof. Just as a way to demonstrate. But I will do that after I climb down the other side. Oh, wow. I didn't throw it close enough to them. They didn't even hear it. Oh, no. I'm not going down yet. Oh, I'm going to wait for him to turn back around. There is a lot of zombies in the background here, so I hope this is quiet enough. Okay, good. Because there's like 3 zombies back there. That would be rough. A scalpel. That sounds like a really useless single-use weapon, but alright. Let's grab it. And that will be my next weapon. At least it's really quiet. We had come through here. So I'll pop this door open. You have no idea how you kill a zombie with a scalpel? With precision, let's say. Alright, I am out of space. I'll keep what I got. Alright, looks to me like this place is chock full of zombies. In this case, it might be safest for me to take this approach. Where I open this door, and upon opening that door, that allows the zombie that is in there to patrol out towards me. To gank it out here, because there were too many zombies in that close quarter in that room for me to try to kill that zombie, because almost certainly the other zombies would be alerted. So it's better for me to allow the zombie to wander a little bit farther away and to kill it elsewhere. There. A little bit of a quieter takedown. Because, yeah, this room, you wouldn't want to try to kill anyone in. I hear a radio. Ooh, no space. I have a lot of duct tape. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about switching out the loot. Let's try to get up to the roof. Oops, that's not how to do that. Anyone coming? Now, my current weapon does not have a lot of durability left, but I can see the telescope from where I'm sitting. So I know where I need to go in order to scout out new locations. Oh boy. Let's not go that way. Three locations scouted, and there's someone on the billboard above us. So I will initiate contact with that person on the billboard above us. Even though we're not in the process of adding anyone new. Might as well say hi. So what's your name? Aubrey. You're a veterinarian with refined taste, so loses morale from eating junk food or uncooked meals, and crafts more items at the medical area. Cool, but there's no room. So, I have looted pretty much all this area. There is the one in the bathroom that is, in the last room. And, you know, I only have, like, one more swing on this hammer, so I'm gonna kill that zombie even though it's not gonna probably yield me any loot. Just to do it. It will also free up one more space in my inventory. Because I think I can get behind him going this way. Would dismantling a weapon give parts back? Nope. You can only dismantle items that are labeled as dismantleable. Like fuel. Not all things can be dismantled, in other words. What do I want from here? Maybe I'll take the metal and the wood. I'll take the fuel. Speaking of fuel. Alright, I'm gonna make noise, because I'm running out of here now. This isn't a big drop, so I won't take damage. Anything more than a story, you'll start to take fall damage, but one story's fine to jump down. We did manage to scout 3 locations, which is really nice. So we got the medical area 1, 2 makeshift bats, a broken bottle, and the loot that we looted. Joe is the most tired. Given that we have a medical station, I'm going to give him a healing kit to get him up to full health. Let's give him some junk food and put him to sleep. Sebastian, little junk food, and Diane, little junk food. We'll stay here for maybe one more night, but let's see of the new locations we have access to. So we have got Value Records, the Texas Sports Supply, Lester Bar Automotive, which we already knew, and the Griffith Hardware and Griffith and Sons Hardware. I'm gonna probably go to the Griffith Hardware and Sons. So let's have Sebastian make use of our communal area. His morale is a little low, so he's gonna spend a day taking some, or spend half a day taking just straight up rest, so that he can recover some morale while we head out to the hardware store. And I'm gonna bring a broken bottle and a baseball bat with lockpicks. Alright, what do you guys want me to build next? I could upgrade the beds, barricades, communal, cooking, medical, all to tier 2. Or I could build the workbench to tier 3 to unlock some more options. Ooh, another weapon. Perfect. Anyone coming? Yes. Alright, given that I can shank her, we'll shank her with the broken bottle. It's a single-use attack item, so it's, you know, good to just burn early. Brutal death. Next, we'll use the rake, which is like a two-use attack item. I try to use up... I feel like the deeper you go into these shelters, the harder it gets. So I try to use the worst weapons first. Because if you need to, like, run out, it's easiest to run out early on than later on. Death by ladder. I love it. And it looks to me like barricades. Being able to barricade more efficiently is the preferenced choice. Let's see here. I am going to ditch vegetables for wood. Any further left would be out, so let's go back. I would very much like to scout around this area, because this is further away from the base than I've been before. So there should be a telescope somewhere. You all know how I feel about roofs. No, doesn't have anyone up here. Perfect. Hitch post and Red Mile gas station. Yeah, I really like the environmental kills. And that's not the only one. There's a bunch of other environmental kills out there, too. And they're fun to do. It cuts both ways, though, I will say. Sometimes the zombies use the environment against you. And that is scary. Don't like that at all. This would be a bad place to make a lot of noise, I think. Ooh, firearm parts. Let's take those. Because I think you guys voted for me to use Sebastian. Hello, miss. You might want to put a shirt on. Although it is August, so, you know, maybe not. Alright, I think I looted that enough. And barricades. Let's get that upgraded. So everybody is pretty well taken care of. Full rest. Pretty full morale. Pretty full food. Nobody's in a rough shape. Diane's maybe our best bet to... Well, Joe is a pack mule. So I'm going to send Joe out as a result because he can carry the most. So Diane, let's have you make some food. I'm going to have you make veggie soup. We have a lot of veggies. Sebastian. Chat wanted us to get the barricade upgrade. We have 3 durability on our barricade, which should be enough to not break down overnight. So I'm going to upgrade our barricade tier to tier 2, basically better barricades. And then you guys can vote on what we build next while Joe heads out. Food does not spoil, no. So, the Walton Taxi, we now know the Red Mile gas station and the, what was the other place? The Hitch Post. I feel like I've overlooked the Lester Bar and I'm out over a while, so let's go there next. I don't have any picks. So actually, before I deploy, Sebastian, make 2 picks with the barricade upgrade as well. Because I like to carry lock picks with me. Because there's often a lot of like quick time event, or not quick time events, events where you can unlock doors or cabinets or whatnot. This game has no affiliation with This War Is Mine, FYI. This is a bad place. Oh god. This is a bad place to be. Because if I fight the zombie as it passes by me, there's the other zombie in the foreground, which will get equally pissed. So I'm gonna double hide here and let it pass by me further to the right. So that the noise is not so audible. Oh, and that zombie got up anyway. The rake is not exactly quiet. So this is what a fist fight with a zombie looks like. It sucks. Best to be avoided. So the reason I'm not adding more people is the amount of resources that you find. And I mentioned this before, which is why I don't want to keep answering it. So from here on out, I'll have people in chat answer it for me. But basically, there's a finite amount of resources that you can gain per day. So adding a whole bunch of people that you can't support doesn't make any sense, because there's only so much work for your survivors to do in a given day. So I'm being choosy about who I add, because it doesn't really make sense to have way more mouths to feed if they're not actually giving me resources that I can make use of. So this is not one of those games where having a whole lot of survivors makes sense. You're trying to escape the city, you're not trying to build a community. So, for instance, this safe, I don't have lockpicks. Can't open it. Come on, telescope. No telescope. The bat animation is awesome. Yeah, some of the weapon attack animations are great. Where you absolutely demolish whatever you're going against. Okay, we got a roamer below us. And then another roamer on the other side. Given that I just got a little hurt, I'm going to use up this medkit. And I hear a radio, which should be information about escape plans. But it might be below me. We should seek out the source of that. Hey, zombies! Get flooded! That's interesting. I killed them through a door. A fate transmission. The voice says there's enough space to land in the backyard, but don't clip the hedges. So now, if I'm not mistaken, we have, 2 pieces of information about escape plans. We've got 2 for the network and 2 for the airlift. Next, we're going to build the cooking that's the highest priority. Come on. Shuffle on past. You're not sure that car lift would have passed OSHA inspections? This is 1980. Uh-oh. That sounds like not fun. See if I can't put enough distance between me and it. Oh, I should have been on that. Why, hello. Do I hear footsteps of a normal, God-fearing soul? Welcome to Lester Bar Automotive. It's Lester, of course. On account of the current natural disaster, I cannot sell you a car. What are you doing in there? Ain't it obvious, friend? I'm doing what I must. I'm keeping myself alive. When no one's around, I slip out and stock up on supplies. At least, I used to. You stopped? It's all running out. We're getting old. Going rotten. Come close to getting eaten dog food just the other day. Disgusting. Ah, you're telling me. What about you, partner? What are you doing out there? Getting supplies for my shelter. You don't say? I knew you were an enterprising sort. I could tell from the tone of your voice. Do you want to help your old pal Lester out of here, don't you? So Lester is determined, resistant to morale loss from low needs, gains more rest when sleeping, and reduced backpack space. Sorry, bud, but if you can't carry your own... Oh, sure. He's straight nasty over there. I don't like that. Can y'all disperse? Get me out of there! Sorry, Lester. I might have just dragged the horde onto you. Yep. I'm a-leaving. Bye, Lester! Have a good one! Hope you sell some cars or whatever. That's not my problem. I let Lester fester, because he's a molester. Alright, we got barricade level 2, lockpick, vegetable soup, bottle, vegetable soup, bottle. Perfect. The barricades aren't gonna hold for much longer. So, Sebastian, let's have you improve them. So, here is the tier 1 repair, repairs 3 chunks, and here's the tier 2, medium repair. So the medium repair takes the same amount of time, but you get a lot more bang for your buck out of it. So we're gonna do a medium repair with Sebastian. Diane, you are probably gonna cook. Because we're still down to 1 meal left. But, actually, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to have you upgrade the cooking area, because that's what chat voted on. And what to build next? So, we've got beds, communal, medical, or workbench. And if I'm not mistaken, do I have the weapons to get out there? Yeah, I have 2 bats. So I have enough weapons to... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a buy for tonight and make better weapons with Joe. Because if I go out right now, I'm not going to have enough weapons to keep going. So I'll do a tomahawk. You know what? I'm going to do two tomahawks. They're less durable, but they're quieter. And then a broken bottle. Now it looks like you guys want the better workbench. So we got cooking area level 2, tomahawks, and the bottle. We didn't actually scout. The barricades are much higher. And now that the barricades are precise as they are, I can upgrade the workbench area. have Sebastian do the cooking. So instead of meat stew or vegetable soup, we're going to do goulash, which is more filling, and make a coffee. And then Joe will be out on the prowl. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow zombie apocalypse survivors.